Hello and welcome to another Hogwarts Legacy video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my forest vivarium, which I can tell you is themed after a very lovable character in the Harry Potter world. But before I show it to you, if you are new here and you want to be a part of a community that believes weird is wonderful and magic is real, hit that subscribe button down below and get notified every time there's a new video. Alrighty, so if you are kind of new to Hogwarts Legacy, this is the forest. This is what it looks like. It's on the base of the Room of Requirements, so let's take a little walk in and show you. Here is the entrance to my forest vivarium, and it makes my heart so happy. If you can't tell, this is themed after Hagrid. I felt like of all the places in the vivariums, of all the 4 vivariums, where Hagrid would live, where I would put the hippogriffs, which I will say I did remove the animals and we will add them in later because they just get in the way, okay, of walking around. So I want to show you first and then we'll have them on the loose. But the hippogriffs are in here. And I forget the other creatures. We'll pull them out, out for a little knapsack. But I just felt like the forest would be a place that Hagrid would live and the hippogriffs would be. And so I wanted to start off with a bang, with a huge like, hey-o. So we have got a giant, that's the max height you can go with that statue, hippogriff statue. We've got the pumpkins. I think those are also at the max height. And just a welcoming entrance and a warm entrance with that light coming down like Hagrid's up above. Even though I'm not a heaven believer, but if you are, he's up above. I like the idea. And then I think over this way, oh no, right, over this way, I kept over here quite empty. I really like the idea of just being able to see the waterfall from there because again, like I filled this space a good bit and you'll see some that I filled a lot more and some that I dialed back based on the use, but you don't have to fill every bit and I chose not to. So I have a path going this way, which will take us to a little gazebo, but I'm gonna show that to you after. I just love this space so much. I tried to play off of the pumpkins with the orange. Did I go too crazy? I don't know. Look at this hippogriff, oh my God. So we've got over here, we'll come to that soon, what I'm in feeling is like Hagrid's hut or the gamekeeper's hut. That's his whole area, it's like the grounds and gamekeeper. And then, and I'm gonna show that to you after because we're gonna take a turn over here. So it's a centerpiece. We've got a lot of space. I didn't fill it in completely. We do have like some seating areas, but you know, we need a little bit of space and room to just kind of be and let the animals walk around too because they live here as well. So that is kind of this section. Actually, let me give you a kind of a look over this way, or maybe I'll show you after. Yeah, let's go back in this path here. So I really wanted to make it feel foresty. I added all of these trees and bushes and cobblestone. All of this stuff is added and it's up to you how you want to do it. But we were trying to work off of the placement of things, and this here, even though it's not playable space, you can't like do anything up this path. We led this to this path to kind of work with it. And this is just a little nook. So we've got a little fire pit here. That cave is over there. And then we left it empty on this side, just kind of spacious. Enough room for more light to come in. So it's foresty, but you get a good amount of light kind of coming in there. And we'll go over that area. And then I put a little toy box here, which if you don't know, the animals do love the toys. And there are certain toys for certain animals that they love most. But I thought over here was good because there's room to work. So let's move back. I just like this autumny feel. I mean, look at this hippogriff. It's gorgeous. I love that the statue is different from the ones in the Room of Requirement. I've got a chime over there. I like playing with the tall pieces like that. And then, yeah, we've got Hagrid's hut over here. And I'm gonna turn right here because we want things for the animals as well. And again, space. So this opens up a good bit. And this is gonna be, we do have a little hippogriff flame. I'll show it to you soon. But I kept this kind of open, a little bit of fencing, kind of showing some sectioning, but you know, not really blocking things off. We want the free range animals, you know what I'm saying? But you can go back there and I'll show you back there just a little bit because I like to do a little bit of things in the back end as well. But this is the feeding station. So they have plenty of room to eat. And then here is the entrance. So let me back up here, give you that kind of butt end of the buckbeak look, but I love this flame. I have used it in other ones as well, but it's got a different look in a very lit area. So here's the entrance, quite open, lots of pumpkins, the large ones. And then we got that spire. I love how you can see the waterfall from over here. Like, I would love to live here. I would love to live in this cottage. And then over here, so this is kind of the animal area. We've got a little seat and a statue. Don't ask me what that statue is, but it's the only one of its kind. And I hadn't used it anywhere else. So the breeding station is over here. I will say you can go back here, and actually let me show you. Just kind of get a little, actually I went the wrong way. But we can go back here and see the little beehives from behind, the beehives from behind over here. I love these things because they actually have, well, they're not bees, are they? They're a magical kind of bee, but they just offer movement and life in a different way, and I really like that. So let's come back around the breeding area. And you don't need a breeding station. Once you finish the game, you don't need to breed them anymore. I just kind of kept it there for aesthetic because it gives another structure. And then over here is the entrance to the pumpkin patch, because you can't have a Hagrid hut or Hagrid's hut and not have a pumpkin patch. But I did want them kind of like lurking around all over the place, so they're just everywhere. But this is the patch that I created. Tried to fill it in with, I changed the texture in the ground to give more of a dirt vibe where you wouldn't have stone underneath pumpkin. And then we got more bees. They're kind of framing the other side. Look at this. Wouldn't you want to live here? Look at these. I added the trees in the back there. And then let's take you to the front of the house. Oh, the lighting, it just feels so warm here and welcoming, and that's what Hagrid is to me. Okay. I just want to show you this side. We're going to come around the back end, but I put a path like kind of all over. Look at the orange there. We've got some lights. We don't need a lot of light in this room because there's so much light. But here is that kind of spire, and we'll come to that on the other side. So let's go back around to the pumpkin patch, because you can actually access the pumpkin patch in two different ways. I also didn't use these fences everywhere, but I really like the wood playing off of the cottage house and the kind of the roof of the cottage and just some of the woods around. But here's the other entrance to the pumpkin patch. I like that you get a different angle to them, and you can access them in different ways, because imagine you're using this space. So I'm gardening, I'm pumpkin patch growing. And then back here, I wanted it a little more wild, a little more random. Because it's a backyard, like maybe it's not been upkept, you know what I'm saying? Hagrid's got too many animals to tend to. So we have a well here. I liked how it looked kind of from this direction, when I walk through the bushes. Over here, we've got the anvil. Love the sound that it makes. That one's really fun because it adds some sound. And then here is a special little tribute. We've got the pumpkins framing it to kind of give you an indicator, but I put a gravestone to sort of represent Hagrid or Robbie Coltrane. So here's that gravestone. And there's a little seating area, and I just thought it was really perfect to have him by the water. I really like these stones. Oh, look at this view. Oh, look at that view. Come on. And I just didn't feel like, I'm not even sure it's playable space over there, but I just didn't want to add that much. Like, look at that waterfall. I want to be able to see that waterfall. This is, again, like, you don't need to add stuff everywhere you go. And this is the bigger gazebo, so I'm pretty sure you can walk through this one, where when you have it a smaller size, you can't walk through. But yeah, and then I've got some different stone that I played off of right there. So we've got the hippogriffs over there. And the fire, and that's the different stone that I used just to give it a little entrance. And then we had those benches over there to just sit and hang and look at a waterfall and remember somebody that you loved. So I like having a little getaway behind a house and a place that whoever lives there, i.e. the gamekeeper, can go to and just be and enjoy, but still plenty of room for the animals to be around. So that is, oh God, we've got an entrance or an exit kind of out this way, but that is my forest vivarium. I just wanted to make it feel very foresty. It is a forest. So we've got a pathway back into the house over there. And then just playing off of the oranges, which you're gonna see a lot more in this room because of the light. You really see a lot more color in here, and that's not the case for every room. So let's do one final turnaround. Like, I don't even know what my favorite entrance is of all of my rooms, but it might be this one. It might have to be this one. Like, I love just how the pumpkins play off of it. And I love Hagrid. I mean, I did a video of a tribute to Hagrid kind of early on in my YouTube time, so check that one out if you want to, when Robbie Coltrane died. But he's probably one of my favorite characters. How can you not love Hagrid? And I feel like, well, actually, let's let the animals loose. So these are all of the animals in here. Let's take a look. We've got quite a bit. Where are you guys? Holy moly. Congregating much. Here, come on around. Come take a look around. Come wander. Here we go. So I just felt like hippogriffs are a little horse-like. So I thought having the unicorns in here, and it just feels like a magical space for the unicorns to be. I think there's a couple others, or at least one others they could be. Look at him. Look at him just taking a look around. Okay, so there you are. Anyway, those are the animals sort of out and about. That is my Hagrid forest-themed area. And Vivarium, my forest Vivarium. So thank you so much for watching this. I'm so excited to be showing you all of my Vivariums. They have a different theme and feel to each one of them. And I hope that this one felt very warm and loving and safe and nurturing, which is everything that Hagrid is about. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think? Did I pull off the Hagrid vibe? What have you been doing for those of you that have been working in your vivariums or playing Hogwarts Legacy? What have you done with your forest? What animals did you put in there? I would love to know. I'll see you in those comments down below. And until next time, my magical friends, remember to love what you love with everything you have and keep making magic. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.